Hey y'all, welcome to the Moving with Millennials podcast with your favorite millennial realtors.
We are 4 top producing agents in the DFW area, and we are ready to share the good, bad, and the real life of real estate.
Whether you're thinking about getting into real estate, already an agent, or just curious about what your agent really does, join us.
Tune in every Wednesday to see what it's really like to be on this side of the transaction.
Hey y'all, welcome to Moving with Millennials. Today we are basically interviewing me.
She's been MIA for a little bit, and we're so glad to have her back. But yeah, we're
catch up with B.
Yeah, catching up with Brandie with all the million things that you have going on right now.
I don't know that I've seen you. It's been like at least a month.
It's been like 6 weeks.
No, I haven't.
I think it's before then because it's been like 8 weeks.
So I was supposed to see you in August in Chicago, and you abandoned me.
Yeah, I jumped ship fast.
I wish I could have jumped ship from that trip.
Gosh.
It was like the craziest thing we didn't find out till right before. And they're like, we're letting you guys have, so every football team gets one bye week during this.
What football teams? What are
every football team. I don't, every professional football team gets one bye week for the whole football season. And our bye week isn't until the first week in December. And so they're like, if we don't give you guys any time off until December, you guys are gonna not make it to December. So we had a Thursday night game, and then we didn't play until the next Sunday. So they gave us, like, at the last minute, they were like, you guys can go home for Friday, Saturday, be back Sunday.
You need to fly home for work.
Yeah, for the farmhouse. So we flew back. Well, and Pat hadn't seen.
They had showings.
You're right. No, I did have
Showings,
that showing. That showing. Yeah, so I had a showing. And
I remember your life a little better than you do.
Right now it's just a jumble in my head. Yeah, so I had a showing. We literally flew back, and I drove straight to the showing.
Yeah.
And poor Pat, he was like in the car with both kids. They had to pee. I was like,
and just to clarify, you were not flying private, right?
No, I was flying Southwest. But actually, it was like the dream house for my clients, so it was perfect. And then we just went under contract last night with it.
Yay!
Which it took us that long.
I was saying because that was early August, so it's
That
taken
was the one that
It was.
Did y'all get the
almost 3 months?
We were gonna. Our original closing date was supposed to be October 31st.
Yes.
And then they didn't do it. So.
Did y'all end up negotiating furniture and stuff?
Yeah, we are gonna pay some for the furniture, but then he was like, pay title, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
We'll pay for the furniture, but I'm not paying title.
I haven't had a buyer have to pay title in forever.
I know, and that's what I told him. And I was like, if you don't want to pay title, then you should take the house off the market, because we came to asking value, like.
Yeah.
Asking
and
price.
It's been on the market.
It's been on the market for 40 days.
Yeah.
Like.
Longer than that, right?
I think we've talked about this, but I'm kind of of the thought process that sellers should pay title.
Yeah, I know.
I agree. It is a seller's expense. I agree.
I get it, because it is like, I used to say, like, it makes sense for the buyer to pay for it, but
it's really the seller should be guaranteeing that they have ownership and can pass it on.
Especially with this land transaction, I'm like, okay.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
That has been a nightmare. I don't even know.
Oh, it's bad.
That is why you hire a realtor when you do your stuff.
Yeah. So,
you can't.
Yeah.
So that was August. So you flew him for that.
I swear I haven't seen you since
the first week in October.
Was it October?
No, September. No, it was October.
August was my you're right. I'm thinking of the first Chicago trip. Wait, was that?
It was your second one that I missed.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was October then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's making a lot more sense.
And then, but we were only in Dallas. Poor Pat, he gets days off, and I'm like, I'm gonna, like a rag doll, take you everywhere. But I think we were only in Dallas for like 24 hours, and then we went down to the farm, because he hadn't seen, the slab was poured, and he hadn't even seen like the broken, like ground breaking or anything. And I was like, how cool, like you're gonna miss the rest of this. Like I want you to see the foundation. And so we went down and saw the foundation poured, and then came back, and he flew back to Chicago. Mm-hmm. Now they're framing the house. This week we're framing the house. I just got off the phone with my builder, and I guess they made our ceilings in the kitchen, dining room are 10 feet. Mm-hmm. And then they're like 20 feet ceilings in the living room. But in between, they dropped the ceiling to 8 feet to like drop it. What? So it's like a division. So my builder was like, do you want? I was like, don't even, no, absolutely not. Leave it at 10.
why was that not seen on the plans?
It was, he found it on the plans.
Okay, I'm like,
No, so
send me
there's- no, so
send me
there-
your plans. I need to go through these really
they're
fast.
they're about to frame, and so he called me with like all of this stuff, and I was like, "Did you know like this is on the plans? But I think we should do this." And I was like, "100%, we're not dropping
That's good.
Okay.
it
Yeah.
to 8 feet." I hate that.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I haven't done like a little plan review of your blueprints.
I think I sent them to you.
No, you sent me like an early version, but it's not the final.
I can't wait to see it.
I'll be doing that later today.
Yeah, okay, sounds good.
When it's like crazy too, because it's only 3 bedrooms.
Yeah,
So it's a
I do remember
3-bedroom,
that, yeah.
2.5 bath house. It's barely 2,000 square feet.
Just so simple.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Simple.
Seriously.
Small.
Yeah.
I think there's more.
Understated.
I think there's more porch than like actual square feet.
I
in the
love
house.
that.
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting on the front porch or the back porch
and be outside
Yeah,
with the
being
rattlesnakes. Gosh, that was
they're more
freaky when you posted
copperheads
that.
than rattlesnakes.
Or yeah, copperheads. Same
Copperheads
thing.
are just as dangerous, right?
Copperheads are worse because they don't warn you. Copperhead is the only venomous snake that will strike you without warning.
That is freaky. Did you see any of them?
So we've seen.
What is a moccasin? How does is that the same thing? Do they warn
It's
you?
in the water, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's still venomous.
Ooh, I wonder.
I don't think they warn you. They're like, hey, coming out of the
Oh,
water.
gosh.
I mean, like,
Yeah, but okay, so then like maybe you're right.
I
I
know what you're
read-
saying.
so
like,
the only
most
thing-
like rattle or like like the cobra things, like they stand up
Yeah,
and dance.
and they hiss.
Yeah.
The copperhead's like,
Oh,
hey.
I'm sure like moccasins hiss.
I think they hiss, but the copperhead's just like, hey, bro, bite.
So you saw them?
Yeah.
Like,
well,
I
okay. So
couldn't even walk near
a
there.
few months ago, I think like in March or April, we were on the farm. And our neighbor saw us, so he came across the street. And I asked him, I was like, he mows our grass, like the lower part grass area.
Even in
I was
fall?
like, have you seen? No, we don't mow in the fall. We don't mow your grass every week in the fall, guys. Please. Gosh. So he came across the street, and I asked him, I was like, when you mow, have you seen the snakes? Because that's like where the kids hang out.
Can't
is
he
where-
mow over them?
Well, I wanted to know if you're seeing them. Like, do you see them and hit them? Like, are they there?
Right.
You're gonna see them slither
Sorry,
across.
PETA, but I'm all for mowing
Yeah,
over
same.
snakes
And
if
he
they're
said,
there.
but he
Me
warned
too.
us. He was like, they are not going to be anywhere on the property until you get to the stables. Like, because
Oh my gosh, they can bite your horses.
I know.
Well, the copperheads like the forest, like hidden areas, and half of our stables are knocked over from like tornadoes and stuff like that. Like they're 100-something years old, so
Mm-hmm.
we need to redo the whole stables. So that will be done, and we'll take care of it. But he was right. We went over to the stables, and I was moving something to back our 4x4 out, and as soon as I lifted it up, he was sitting there and he like poked his head up,
Oh.
and I was like, oh.
I'd
How
be
big was it?
Slam.
So he was like probably a foot long.
No.
That's a baby, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
Still.
learned
It's even
that
more
the
dangerous.
baby copperheads have green tails to like like grass to like learn bugs and stuff, and then they like can do whatever. But because of that, I took a stick and just like flipped him off.
Oh,
and,
no.
like, moved
I wouldn't have
him
even
because
done
I didn't
that.
want him to do whatever. But the next day we went back over because then we were like, well, now we have to tell the kids. Like now we have to like have a serious lesson on copperheads. We have we have a rule that you have to wear your boots on the farm. It's not
Yeah.
an option. You were wearing boots at the farm. But the next day we went back and I lifted that thing up again and a different one was there. I was like, oh. So I took both kids over and I was like, this is what he looks like. Like instead of like a picture or like
Yeah.
doing whatever, we showed them like, this is a real copperhead. And if you see this snake, then they'll tell you. Like we've told them so many times, if you see a snake, you turn around and you walk back. Like just
Yeah.
walk as fast. Don't run because that's going to startle him. Like just turn around and walk back to mom and just say, there's a snake over here.
I don't know that I would turn around.
I
I would
would
walk
be running.
backwards. I wouldn't run, but I would not take my eyes off of it.
Yeah, you just like
Oh
walk.
my
Like, but how do you
gosh.
tell Tootie that? He doesn't want to fucking sling it around.
I don't know. All I know is my brother was bit by a rattlesnake
Yeah.
Oh my God.
when he was in the
aunt-
Marines and
Yeah.
training in California. Actually, not training. I guess it was like a training thing. So they go up to like 29 Palms or whatever and do like these
Oh,
like.
they do, and they go
like,
out and do, like-
I almost called it like a rehearsal, but like, you know, what a
Yeah.
practice
No,
thing.
they
Like
do.
a
They
drill.
go out-
It's
they
a
go
drill,
out in
yes.
the-
Rehearsal.
they go out in the field.
What did you say at first?
Rehearsal?
Rehearsal.
That's the rehearsal for combat.
Rehearsal for war, you know.
Oh
just
my God.
War games
No
or
big
whatever.
deal.
And so anyway, so they were at that and he got bit by a rattlesnake. Yeah, and was super, super, super sick.
Oh gosh.
Did they give him antivenom?
I don't remember. Yeah, I mean, like I'm pretty sure I went to the hospital.
It's bad.
Yeah, I mean,
My
he
aunt-
was so swollen and gross.
My godmother, aunt, we call her rattlesnake because she was bit by a rattlesnake when she was 3. And that was ages ago, but don't kill me for saying that, Teresa. But Yeah, we call it rattlesnake. Because how many people are bit by a rattlesnake?
Yeah. That's crazy.
Not me, ever. No, thank you.
Are the copperheads gone? Like,
No.
have you cleared out those? Okay.
No.
How do you get
we
rid
have
of them?
copperheads. This is the fun fact for the farm. We have copperheads, rattlesnakes, and water moccasins because we are on the divide of red dirt and clay. And the copperheads prefer clay. The water moccasins prefer, well, we have a tank. And then the rattlesnakes prefer red dirt. And we're on the divide. So, like, our neighbor across the street has rattlesnakes. So we know that we have them. We've never seen a rattlesnake. But we know we have all three.
Got it. I thought like the
Okay,
copperheads
so
were
what
like
animal eats all those snakes?
Possums.
Okay,
okay.
so you need to like start raising
No,
possums.
Yeah.
so, like literally, we've been looking at possums eat ticks and they kill snakes, and a possum can take like 45 rattlesnake bites before being killed. Like he can just like handle it.
a possum.
Possums.
Huh.
Yeah.
I would have
But
never.
we have an
They're the
armadillo.
cutest.
They're so
Ew.
cute. They're so
They're
cute.
cute.
No.
And armadillos, we have an armadillo that the kids have named Horse, and
That's
he's
hilarious.
like, armadillos can't see. Had no idea. Homeboy just like walks out in the middle of us, like when we're there one day. He just like waddling
That's
through.
so funny.
It's like, oh, here's Horse.
Yeah.
The kids are like, when Joe is 2, she named him Horse, and so
That's
now
so
Horse the
funny.
armadillo.
So
They
cute.
give them
love
their
it.
bananas when they show up. They like eat their bananas on the way down, and they throw them in their like leftover bananas, and
That's so funny.
they say if you feed the possums like an apple a week, they'll stay around and like take care of the property.
Yeah, I'd be breeding possums.
Yeah,
they're
for sure.
so Maggie. The
Especially-
baby ones are
Yeah.
so cute.
They're
I mean, I
cute.
guess.
JC wants a pet one. In fact, she doesn't. Well, she's not gonna listen to this in time because she has listened to some of our episodes. But in fact, she talked about it so much for a little while earlier this year that in her stocking she's gonna have a stuffed possum.
Oh, that's so
I
cute.
love
Which is
that.
so interesting to try to find, but
Oh, it's
it's
so
not
hard.
a common stuffed animal.
What's funny about possums is we have them at our in the Dallas house. We have
Yeah.
them, and that is the one animal Joe has hated. Like she'll cry, scream bloody murder because she sees them like running across
Yeah.
the street, and
Yeah.
they do look kind of scary when
They-
like you
yeah.
see them in person and
They're
they're
weird
mangy,
shape
like
and they're
mangy.
running,
Yeah.
But then the other day we were looking at baby possum pictures, and she was like, "I love those now."
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
I loved your post last night of her or talking about like how she just is
Oh my
obsessed
gosh,
with football
she's obsessed with football
and like yells at the players if she doesn't like
well,
the
she
play.
Like cussed. We played the Patriots.
Your
and I was
daughter
like,
cussing? No way.
No way.
Of course not.
Oh, the Patriots scored against us, and she like clapped her hands and she said, "Damn," and it like, and I was
my
like,
gosh.
Joe. I was like, which I don't know, like I choose
That's not one
other
of your
words.
common ones.
No, it's
Yeah.
not a common one. But I like sat up on the couch, which is so funny because like she'll stay up late and watch past games. Tooty's like, I'm going to bed. I'll see you later. Like I want nothing.
I don't care that that's on
unless,
TV.
Unless
Yeah.
he's playing, unless he's getting to do it, he doesn't give a rat's
Yeah.
butt about it. So he went to bed and she's just like literally stands up on the couch and like claps her hands and like screams at the TV. And I was like, oh, on Sundays when Dad's playing, when you're watching TV and you're in the house, you can say that, but like let's not repeat that ever
Yeah,
again.
let's not.
Like, oh my gosh,
That's so funny.
they're so funny. And like I feel like she'll be 5. Now I feel like her little person, like she is
She's
a person,
little person,
now.
yeah.
Like yesterday watching her walk through the airport, like she just like knew and I've started asking them to remember things. Like I want them to start understanding and like being able to get back to where they were, or like
Yeah.
being able to like know and recognize things. And so yesterday I asked her, we got off the plane and I was like, show me where the car is. I'm not going to tell you where the car is. I want you to know where, like, how to get back to the car. And she did it.
That's hard.
Yeah.
I
She
sometimes
did
even
it,
on
and I
my
was-
trips. I have to take a picture of where I park.
Yeah,
my car, 'cause
or
I
like-
We
can't.
yeah.
always park like in the same garage. Like I wanted her
The
to
one
be
for
to-
PJs?
Yeah.
The what?
The one for PJ's private jets.
Oh my god, yeah.
Where you park for the C lot in Love Field. Goodness.
So good.
But she did it. She like got us
Yeah.
back, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Good for her.
I mean, we were flying a lot, so it's
Yeah.
not like it's a new thing for
Yeah.
her. But
No.
the fact that she was able to get it back, I was like, you're growing up so fast.
Yeah, that's
No.
fantastic.
But yeah, she'll ask Pat, like, can we watch film tonight? Or like,
that's
can we
so
like,
cute.
can I watch her snaps? Or can we do this? And
It's adorable.
Pat, yeah, it's just when we are in Chicago, we only have one car, and so normally he'll get a ride in, and then we'll pick him up at the end of the day. And they have an indoor facility, and it's so cold up there right now that like
Right.
we aren't playing outside. And Pat one time took them into the indoor, which there's cameras everywhere, and I'm like, Pat, we shouldn't be playing, and I don't know, like it just to
I'm
me
sure.
like I'm
It's
a
okay.
rule follower, so I'm like, we shouldn't be here. But that is their favorite thing to do. They like bring out all the like the blocking pads and like
So
the stuff
cute.
to like run over, and they play. And that's what like Tootie loves to play it and do that. He's now tells us on the farm he's gonna build a tree house with an indoor facility field.
That's
Oh my
so
gosh.
cute.
Okay, I don't think we're grasping like this is a big tree house, but
Yeah.
but he's like, and we'll have all the tools, and Dad will play with me, and
I love
it's
that.
fun because I feel like they finally remember. Like before we had kids, I was like, it'd be so cool to have kids that like get to experience it. And we didn't know if we'd ever be able to have kids old enough to enjoy the experience.
Yeah.
And this year, and I think that's why I just feel like I want to be up there more, is because they do get it. Like now
Yeah.
they're like, oh, Dad gets to, on Wednesdays and Thursdays are his long days, but on Fridays we get to play the indoor. Saturdays we get to see him at his hotel, and
Yeah.
Love that.
that's fun.
It is. It's a good experience
It's
for them.
cool. Now, like, it's funny too, because now, like, we've been in Chicago for so long, like, no one's ever known us, and now people will, like, at Whole Foods, like, recognize Pat, or, like, at other places recognize him, and the kids, like, don't get it. They're
Yeah.
like, Dad, why do these people, like, keep, like, saying hi to you? Like, that's, like, so weird.
Yeah.
But we were at the hotel the other day to meet up with friends. Pat has to stay at the hotel every Saturday night before the game. So the team has to stay in a hotel. So we'll always go and have dinner, or whoever is in town that week will meet up with them. And I was joking with our head security guy. I was like, there was a ton of people in the hotel for signatures, like waiting for signatures, brought their kids, like, and that isn't typical for the hotel. Like normally there's not that many people. And I was joking with the head security guy. I was like, oh, it's just nice. Pat had taken the kids up to the room. No one's allowed up in the rooms, but Tootie had to go to the bathroom, so Pat had to take them both. And I was joking with the security. I was like, it's so fun. Like, Pat is probably the only one that, like, won't get recognized. So I was like, it's nice to fly under the radar. And that was a joke on me. So as soon as he got down with both kids and all of our friends and family, these, like, people, like, swarmed him. And the security guard just, like, and he always, like, comes up to, like, just make sure that
Help,
people
yeah.
know. And he just looked at me, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. The long snapper.
I love it.
But I mean, he's the longest tenured player. It's
Yeah.
been
Yeah.
so cool.
For
Yes.
sure.
It's been really
It's
cool this
huge.
season.
And you all celebrated that milestone.
Yeah.
The 100 games.
Oh my gosh, I was emotional.
I feel like I'm having to like pull out your life.
Yeah.
I'm remembering it for you.
I live in like a
It's
shell
a
right
hurricane,
now.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was so crazy. So Pat, I mean, we weren't drafted. We didn't make an NFL roster. It took us years. And so there was a time when we didn't know if he'd play more than like 3 games. And so
Yeah.
one of our teammates, one of our really good friends on the team, she had mentioned it at the Patriots game. Joe and I were sitting on the couch the week before the Dallas game. And she's like, hey, Cody's 100th game is the next home game when we're at home. And I was like, Cody's been with the Bears 7 years. And I was like, well, we've been 8 years. Like, I should look that up. And so I texted our agent, and I was like, hey, do you know how many games Pat's played? And he was like, yeah. And so it's kind of weird. The NFL only does regular season games. So his 100th regular season game will be in 2 weeks at the Jets, but his 100th total NFL game was in Dallas. And so I was like, what's the number? She's like, well, his 100th game is next weekend. And I was like, at home in Dallas. Like, it's so cool.
Yeah.
It was so cool. And so and Pat had no idea. Like, this guy just, like, loves playing football. He does football. He goes home. He sleeps. He does whatever. Like, and he he just he lives in the moment and enjoys it so much. And so we, that whole week, it was so cool. No one knows this, but I went and talked to GMs and head coaches and assistant coaches and everyone who throughout his career helped him get to 100 games. And so, which is so hard because these coaches are so busy.
Yeah.
So, like, I got most of my videos at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. when they are done working for the day. And so, like, his agent did one. His punter, who was with us for 7 years, did one. His very first assistant, team coach did one. And then his coach that was with him. Like, there were just so many people. And I compiled it for him. And so when he got to Dallas, and normally we don't stay in the hotel. But in Dallas, I was like, that would give us more time to see you. So we got a hotel room. Also, and surprise, I had cookies made that said happy 100 games, and
they were cute.
Actually, that's a girl who is here, and she just does amazing stuff. I'll tag her on the post. But he walked in the room, and we had decorated it.
He's like, what is this? Like, what's this for?
That's cool, but why would you decorate a room? And I was like, and there was balloons, and the kids were so excited, and they're like, well, Dad, watch the video. And so he had no idea until like I pulled up the video and it was me, and of course I'm like crying. I say like, and I was just like, I just can't believe that like this has happened. Like we're so grateful. And so I was started, and then it was his agent, and then all these coaches, and he just like sat there and he was like, this is so cool. Like, and to have that forever, it's been a really cool thing. And then the next day I had food poisoning and puked the whole game. So it was awful. It was so bad. Yeah. If it was not his 100th game, I would have had to go home. Yeah. But I felt me and Joe both got sick from a dinner because it was just dinner delivered too early and sat at the front desk. And then
shoot, what was it?
A restaurant.
I don't think we should. Yeah.
It was a restaurant.
Probably is not the restaurant's fault.
No, it just got delivered, and then we didn't know it was down there.
Was
and
it
then,
the one that I recommended?
Yeah.
I recommended
Can you never eat it again now? Because you know when you get sick, like
I never want to eat it again. And Joe woke me up at 5. And I had this like weird feeling.
Okay.
I woke up at 5, and she's like, I don't feel good. And I was like, why would you feel good? Why would you not feel good on today? Like, this is the big day that we've been waiting for all week. And so she luckily stopped puking before the game, and then I puked into a hotel laundry bag.
Oh gosh.
The whole game. And luckily my parents and our friends were there to like help me through, because it was so bad.
Oh gosh, that's so the worst.
But it was a really cool day. Yeah. And I wanted to be there for it. Like, my parents were like, you should go home. Like, I was like, if it wasn't his 100th game at home, like, I would have, but it was just, we had so many people there to support him, which is, no one knew. Like, no one knew it was his 100th game until we posted about it. So it was really cool. But it's wild.
I feel like are we all caught up?
Yeah, fine. We talked about the farmhouse. We talked about football.
Pensacola house.
Good. The rentals are so slow. Yeah, rentals. Yeah. And we're also, like, okay with it being slow, because I don't want to drop prices and get, like... Yeah. My neighbor drops prices to, like, Motel 6 prices, and they ruin our furniture. And I'm like, well, because that's, like, you did such a cheap price that, like...
That's the people that you get,
Like, you get this... Like, you just get people that don't really care or respect the stuff. And so...
It's not a monetary investment for them.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So we're going down for Joe. It was so... I felt bad. Last year we did Tootie's birthday, and the pigeon showed up last year for his birthday. Do you remember that?
No.
Oh my God.
I just remember the lights and the cake and everything else.
Yeah, so, but the worst part, like, so Joe's birthday is always during football season. And so, like, we always, like, all of our family comes in, but we all go to the football game. Like, that's her birthday. For the last 4 years, like, she celebrates birthdays during football season. And Tootie had this awesome birthday with these big balloons
that
and a big...
Like yesterday. Is he about to have a birthday?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I know. So she kept talking, like, well, for Tootie's birthday, he got to have, like, all this stuff, and he gets to have balloons, and he has to, and God literally timed it. Our bye week is Joe's birthday. And so we're going to, she asked, like, I want to go to the Pensacola house, and I want the balloons, and I want the lights, and I want the cake. And so Chef Jordan's going to make her cake. She's doing, like, a spirit-themed cake again, which she loves. She had that for her second birthday or third birthday. But I'm like, you know what, sister? You like what you like. So, but we were doing hot pink and silver balloons, and then she wants to write out 5. So it'll say 5, and then she'll get it. But then Tootie, he's like having he wants to go snowboarding for his birthday, but he wants to do it in Pensacola. I'm like, because he wants Chef Jordan to make his cake. And I'm like, Chef Jordan can't make your cake, and we can't go snowboarding in Pensacola. But then it snows in Chicago, and he's like, can we snowboard in Chicago? Like, no, we can't snowboard in Chicago either. So
fly up to Dubai. They're at that indoor shopping mall with this.
Oh my gosh, no. So I think we're gonna do Dubai. I'm not getting on a flight that long.
They'll sleep.
No. Yeah. I am where he has asked Santa for a snowboard, and so we're gonna have to make a winter trip out of it. And that kid.
I don't know that I could ask Santa. Even as an adult, for a snowboard and also get a trip out of it. I'm like, wait a minute.
Right.
Do you know what?
It's a really good ask.
So I'm trying to, like, spin this.
How we justifying it?
It's Pat's 35th birthday. And he loves the mountains. So I'm like, if we could, like, do a 35th
for his 35th birthday, you're giving him
the mountains. But he's not allowed to snowboard
his
or ski.
4th or 5th birthday party. Yeah.
No, Tootie has to go to Pensacola. You're getting a Pensacola birthday, but then like Dad will.
Yes, so for his 35th birthday, he's getting Tootie's Christmas present.
Yeah.
But the snowboards are it's not a real snowboard. It's like it's a snowboard with like a rope on it. Have you ever seen the trainer water skis?
No, isn't that just like a bobsled? No, what are those things you pull behind you?
Yeah, I mean, like, it would be
I
a
don't
sled.
know. I don't have
A
play winter.
sled?
We don't play winter sports here
Yeah,
in Texas.
we
Maggie and I
don't.
are like, we don't know
No.
these things.
It's so it's like it's not a real snowboard. It's basically
Didn't
like
you go to school in Utah? You should know this.
I went to school there. I wasn't raised there.
Well, yeah, but
I wasn't allowed to. You think I was allowed to
No,
snowboard?
I know. I know
Yeah.
better.
And so it's just like basically Pat found this like little dummy snowboard, and it has like a string, so we can pull him on the grass, so he can like stand in it and
Okay,
act
so-
like he's snowboarding, but he like it's
But
not
someone
like
has to pull it.
yeah, not me.
I'm gonna
So,
attach
hold
that
on.
to a 4-wheeler.
When
Yeah.
y'all go to the mountains, is he gonna actually snowboard on that thing, or like?
No, I'm gonna put him in classes and like we
Okay.
bought him like. You think I'm buying it for a
So
snowboard?
that's
That's like
not
$300.
okay. That's what we were. Okay, so this is just like a play snowboard.
Yeah, it's like
okay.
it's like a thing for him to like. It's like called a trainer snowboard, and so like he'll stand on it. We can like pull him
Okay.
around and like play. Like in Chicago, Pat can pull him around in the snow.
Yeah.
It's really good for his knees and stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Sophie can do it.
So is Sophie.
Oh.
So-
I'm missing
That's
Sophie all the
So
time.
she's so depressed.
She's gotta
I
miss
feel
y'all.
bad.
Who takes care?
I think she's with Pat. And so
Okay.
she's with Pat,
Oh.
so like
That's
they're
good.
not by themselves. It's the coolest thing ever.
Okay.
But the worst thing is like she's so in love with the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That when we leave, she literally just lays on the floor all day. Pat's
She
like,
probably misses
confused?
Maggie and I too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she
100% because you guys gave her attention.
So much attention.
Is she like confused being up there?
Yes, especially because when he goes to away games, they have to board. He has to board her when we're not there.
Oh.
So like we're supposed to go back up on Saturday. So he'll drop her off on Friday, but we'll come get her on Saturday. That way she's not like there all weekend like she should be.
Yeah. I love
She's-
Sophie.
Do you love Sophie?
I felt bad for my cats though because we were gone for like 2.5 weeks.
Cats
So we
are
got
Yeah,
home
they're-
last
they're
night. No,
different.
they won't. They both sat on the front porch crying because they wanted my attention. I was like, "It's so cold out here. I'm so sorry. Can you go to the garage?"
You didn't let them inside?
No, Jake. They don't come inside.
Ever?
They have to stay in the garage.
Ever?
Isn't it
They,
I don't think I
cold in
didn't
the
know
garage?
they
that.
have heated beds and they have like their little cove.
I'm calling animal abuse.
No!
It's too cold for
In
the,
in
the
the
garage.
in the summer too, isn't it? Like
No, the summer. Well, in the summer they'll go up into like the top.
If you'd like to
stand
file a claim with PETA, our number
Yes.
is...
seriously, because
No,
it's like really hot
they have
outside
the
in the
beds.
summer.
They have the little heater thing.
Do they
It's
have
fine.
cooler or like cooled beds in the summer?
No, Sly literally just wants to lay on by the back door on the concrete because it's so
I
much
guess,
cooler.
yeah.
But the inside the garage does during the summer. The floor does stay cool. Don't worry, I love those cats more than a lot of things, and so I make sure that they're taken care of.
I disagree.
Okay, well then they can move in with you.
I don't disagree that much.
Maggie needs a cat too.
Oh my god, I can't
You guys
imagine
can
that
have
cat
your
with
choice. You
Hank.
can have
Oh gosh, Hank
Oh,
would literally.
no, Hank would tear the cat apart.
Yeah, I don't know what he would do with a cat. He'd want to play with it.
I think maybe a kitten, if you introduce a kitten, I think he would understand
be
the
okay.
concept of knowing that it's a
But a big cat that's gonna fight.
I don't think he would
Roscoe and Sly are
hurt
gonna
it,
fight him.
but he would definitely like want to play
rough
with
house with it.
Yeah.
The main thing is like dogs a lot of times just like nudge cats really
Yeah.
hard. And
Like, that's what
little
Bella would
kittens
do.
can't handle that.
Yeah. Kittens are really cute.
Yeah.
My best friend just got a kitten. She has a golden retriever, and the kitten is like 3 or 4 months old though, so it's like still small but
Yeah.
big enough to like put up with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tucky would have been like fine with the cat. Would have played gently. Bella
Yeah, but
probably
he
would
was
too.
just different.
My
Maggie.
Bella would not stand a cat. She,
Really?
no. She's an only animal kind of animal.
That's how Sly, our orange cat, like he would have been perfect just being indoor. He would start getting temperamental because we like had the
Yeah.
kids and everything, but he would be a perfect like indoor, wouldn't mess with anything as long as he was by himself.
I think if Bella could kick JC out of the house, she probably would. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
She just
And
wants
doesn't
me.
JC not really like Bella?
No, JC wants Bella to love her, and so it's kind of sad because
Oh,
she
okay.
just like wants her to love her so much.
And Bella's like, no.
And Bella will like barely. You can tell it. She'll like tolerate JC getting close.
How long did you
It's-
have Bella before you had JC?
I mean, like 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, so she doesn't-
Bella and I had a very good established relationship.
Well, and it's
So-
different too once you have kids. Like, she's probably not getting as many walks, or she's like probably like.
Well, she's also
the
geriatric.
attention.
I mean,
Yeah,
she's
I
like
know.
87 in dog years. So I'm like, sister, we're doing good if you can just walk outside to use the restroom.
Right.
So did you have her in college?
No,
Or, like-
we got her, yeah, at like 21.
Yeah, see, that was how.
Yeah.
That's how we got
Like he
Sly.
was.
I got Sly when I was like 19.
Yeah.
I love that cat.
Yeah, we rescued her. I'm almost 22.
Isn't
Yeah.
that crazy to think how long ago that was? It doesn't
I
feel that
know.
long ago.
Yeah.
Like, so crazy. That's
All right.
okay.
Well, that's our Brandie's Life Update episode.
We missed
For
you.
what we remember.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, I think next week we will probably have Thanksgiving episode, maybe.
Yeah.
Yes. And then after that, maybe some winter stuff coming up and Christmas, and we get to go.
And goals and dreams for 23.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
All right.
crazy.
Oh,
I know.
and we were also missing Mariana today.
Oh, yeah, we didn't say that.
Bye, Mariana. Hi, Mariana.
We
Yeah.
miss and love you.
Yes, absolutely. She'll be joining us for the next ones.
Yes.
All right. Bye,
Bye.
guys.
See you next week.